Let's get started with an eye on the globe. US market did show some kind of enthusiasm on Friday, Kanishka.
That's right. In fact, after Friday, yesterday also we saw some enthusiasm, not very high though. Now, US stocks did rise overnight. It was the first trading day of June as Wall Street shook off some increasing tensions in global trade. Now, the S&P 500, that climbed about 0.5%, while the Nasdaq composite, that advanced more than 0.5%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, on the other hand, added just about 35 points overnight. Now, remember, these moves come as China has pushed back against the US accusations that it had violated the temporary trade agreement between the two countries. Now, instead, it has blamed Washington for failing to uphold the deal, which is a sign that negotiations between the two largest economies are deteriorating. Meanwhile, tensions between the US and European Union also heightened after Trump said that he would double steel tariffs, as he said over the weekend, to about 50%. Now, the EU has warned that this undermines their negotiations. In fact, against this backdrop, steel stocks in the US rallied on the increased levies. Cleveland Cliffs surged about 23%, while Steel Dynamics and Nucor jumped both 10%. Now, remember, these moves come after Monday. S&P 500 closed out the month on Friday. The S&P 500 closed the month with more than 6% of gains, its best monthly performance since November 2023, whereas the Nasdaq, that surged more than 9% for the month, and Dow rose about 4%. But Ankur, how are things looking on the crude front?
Yes, exactly. Commodities is on fire. Brent crude gains as much as around 4% earlier and settled around $65 a barrel. Similarly, if you talk about WTI, that was also nearing $63. Now, there are three factors which is paving the way for that. One, the trade tensions which are there, either you talk about Ukraine or you talk about US-China. That is also fueling the fire. Apart from that, there is also unwinding of the positions, and more than that, the weakening dollar is actually helping in commodities, which includes crude as well as gold. That was also nearing around $3,400 earlier.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.